All right, everybody, welcome to this week's YAWA. We're going to be switching things up a little bit. We've been trying some different stuff, and we've kind of come to the conclusion that what we're about to do starting at this point forward will be a good idea. So we're going to wait to hear from you if it actually was a good idea, but...
I think it's an excellent idea, actually.
I like it too. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. So what we're going to be doing is posting YAWA videos on YouTube every single day. It's going to be a more direct individual clip because it'll be a specific question asked and a specific answer to that question. Some of the complaints or some of the comments, if you will, that we've gotten say...
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, it's good. It's no problem.
We're taking it constructively and trying to change things up for you guys.
Absolutely. People are like, hey, this says whatever, and it didn't happen until 10 minutes into the video or 5 or 8 or whatever it is. So this will be a drastically more direct answer to those individual questions on YouTube. But for those of you that love to listen to everything we have to say and kind of want it as a more single listen digestibility format.
Yeah, and more of a podcast-esque feel where we get to talk and share a little bit of info about what's been going on in our lives.
That will be available on Apple Podcast. If you didn't know, we do play all of these every week on Apple Podcast, as well as wherever you get your pods from, the pod catchers,
I don't know, where
the
they're
things
posted?
that catch the pods coming from us podsters.
Okay.
Yeah. So every week, Wednesdays, you're going to get the full audio that is for the entire week on there. And then starting Wednesdays, you're going to get each individual question only that we were asked posted onto YouTube. So Wednesday through Tuesday, and then starting again next Wednesday will be the new series of questions.
Basically, we'll be answering 7 questions then each week, and each video will get posted 1 question at a time each day.
As long as that wasn't confusing to anybody, we're going to get started with explaining some cool stuff that just happened. Montana, baby.
So if this is your first time to our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and comment below if you are intrigued at our new and improved, hopefully, plan of action with YAWA.
Okay, so we've been talking about it for a little while, and we finally went on the trip. We went to hunt sharp-tailed grouse in Montana.
With Aiden.
It was fantastic, but it was definitely a different pace of hunting, as some may expect it to be, taking a 2-year-old on a hunting excursion, if you will.
We planned ahead and were prepped and prepared by having that really awesome Osprey Pack, which you can watch a review video that we did on that prior to going on the trip. And I can tell you it worked phenomenally. It was great. It was awesome to have out there with Aiden.
It took a little bit of adjusting that, at first load, I was like, yeah, this feels great. And then you walk a mile and you go, it needs adjusted here, or it needs a little tweak there.
Made some fine tuning.
Yeah, that felt good. And I had it pretty well fine tuned by day 3 to where it was, we walked that whole loop and felt fine. No issues at all. No.
And the water pack was awesome. Aiden absolutely loved it.
I had to keep shutting it off because he would drain the whole water pack. Like, where is this water going, kid?
That was probably why every 10 minutes it was pee poop, Dad, pee poop. And we would have to get him out of the pack and peeing in the field.
We would load up. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, so we're going to walk down to this little waterway and work around that because it was hotter, a little drier. Some of the recommendations from people were to hunt near water, which makes sense, especially out in the west where it's dry. Hit that first water spot, moved up around. We're maybe not even a mile into the walk here. Pee poop, Dad. I hear coming from over my ears. So I'm like, we're potty training, or we're attempting to anyhow. And he's doing pretty well with it. We get down, we pee, we load back up. We'll walk another half a mile to a mile. He's got to go again and get down, unload him, load him back up. It was fun.
It was fun, and definitely was a different pace. Having to take potty breaks, more snack breaks, things like that for the little guy. He wanted to eat and pee and poop pretty much constantly on this trip.
And our setup for it went really, really well. We've got that new box that we put in.
We just got it like a week ago in the back of the truck.
Yep. and it worked really well. So there's big pull-out drawers. There's 3 boxes in the back, and we primarily utilized the trailer itself for dogs on this one. But one of the dog boxes held the little traveling potty seat. That was pretty.
Yeah, like fit right in there like a little closet. We actually shot a video while we were out there on our hunting rig because we get asked a lot of questions on what do you pack when you go hunting? What does your setup look like? So we're like, hey, well, we're out here doing this. We're just going to show what this looks like. So be on the lookout for that video coming out soon.
We didn't actually do a review video, but I think we talked about it, or you mentioned it in that video specifically, but we got a battery-powered generator that's a maximum output of 500 watts, which is kind of a requirement. I think 400 watts is what's required of the Ranger, the little Traeger Ranger. So that portable Traeger grill, we brought that along, and we cooked hot dogs and brats and hamburgers for lunches during the day, which also Aiden enjoyed that. You know, I mean, typically for me, it's maybe a protein bar or a couple pieces of jerky or something, but he needs to eat more than that as a growing individual.
Yep.
And
that Traeger was awesome to have along and make little field lunches that way.
Throw it up there, and that little battery pack thing worked slick. Charged it up before we left. Still got like 70% of the battery in it, and we cooked lunch every day on the thing. So it was a good all around trip. We were successful at not dying while we were out there. Not that was a big
real
fear,
concern.
but we made it the entire time that we had planned on being there. Even though at the end of day 2, I was going,
I talked him into day 3 that we needed just one more morning hunt before we took off. And that was when Ethan shot the one and only sharptail we shot on the entire trip. And he shot it while Aiden was strapped to his back. He had a camera clipped on one area and his shotgun in the other. And he nailed this sharptail. And little Thunderbutt, who's being a good boy, sleeping on his dog bed back there, he actually retrieved it, which was really cool. He was out there running around and retrieved that bird, which was really cool. But we did see sharptail every day we were out there, which was awesome.
And considering, I would say on average, we probably walked last year when we went, we probably walked in the vicinity of 8 to 10 miles a day, I would say on average. And we saw quite a few birds. This year, I think we probably walked close to 6 to 8 miles total in the 3 days of hunting.
Maybe just a little over that. I'd have to look up my health app because I was wearing my Apple Watch.
But your watch died on one of the days.
But I still had my phone and it records it that way too.
Okay. So,
but I didn't add it up. I know that we covered at least 5 miles the first day. And I think we probably covered a little less the second day because it was a little rainy. And then we only hunted a half day. So probably 8 miles is a good estimate. But it was a really awesome trip. We hunted on all public access land. So we also shot a video about that. And definitely, if you're ever interested in doing a hunt in Montana, check out that video. It's got some really great information.
Yeah, we talked about how we used both Onyx maps and, primarily Onyx maps to work through the block management system that's set up out there. So definitely check that video out. And we do leak our hunting spots, where we found birds. I show you the specific properties, their block management numbers, how to find them, all of those things. So, I think that as a whole, there's plenty of spots to go around, and sharing is caring, folks. So
exactly. So now that we've given you a brief overview of what we've had going on in these last few days, we're going to get started with answering some questions.